Alright, so here's where I started from scratch. I just got the pieces cut at Home Depot. And these are my materials. I brought the mattress pad from Walmart, the batting from Joanns Fabric, the adhesive from Joanns Fabric, the hemp cord, Joanns Fabric, and the rest of the items came from Lowe's. I just laid everything out to where I wanted it and to where I was going to actually add screws. I used these L-shaped brackets to hold the board in place, and then I added screws in between. This is how it turned out, and I have to tell you, I did not have fun putting that thing together. That is not my expertise. To add a little bit of security, I added some wood glue here into the creases. And now I'm just going to line it with this fabric that I got on sale at Joanns Fabric. I used adhesive and a staple gun. And this is how it turned out. Sorry, it's a little blurry right here. There it is. Alright, so this is the top of the board. I just added dots to where I wanted my buttons to go. And it took a few times to get it where I wanted. That's why you see the extra dots. Now I'm just going to drill holes into the dots where I want my buttons. And now you just take it outside, turn it over on the other side, and spray it with the adhesive. This is where you're going to add your mattress pad. And I cut mine in half so that it can be a little bit more plush. So this is the first layer. After you're done, just press down firmly, and then it's time for your second layer. So you're going to do the same thing, spray it with the adhesive, and then add the mattress pad, or foam if you choose to buy foam, but foam is going to be more expensive. Now you'll just, the same holes that you used to drill where you're going to add your buttons, you're going to add punch holes through the foam. So I just use my upholstery needle to make the hole, and then add a circle. That circle you're going to punch out or plug out. It should look something like this. And then you're going to add slits at the end of the holes, at the edges of the holes, and in between, as you see here. It's very important that you do that. Now here I just added my batting. And then I'm going to add the material. I chose the white vinyl. And the next step is to just add your buttons. You're going to start to get that look. You're going to start by punching a hole with your upholstery needle. That's just to get it started, because you really want the eye of the needle through your material. So just to get it started, you'll punch a hole with the pointy side of the needle. Get it through your material. Alright, so now that it's through, you'll just pull it out and use the eye of the needle so that you can thread your hemp cord through. Now it should be a little bit easier getting the eye of the needle through the material. There it is. And now you just want to thread your buttons and your hemp cord. You're going to put it through the eye of the needle. Alright, and then leave a little bit of room. You should be careful not to pull your button all the way to your needle. Leave it hanging just like that so that it'll give you a little bit of room to pull it through the back. Now at this point, you want to pull it as tight as you possibly can. That's what's going to give it the tuft look. So pull it as tight as you can at this point, and from the back you'll see how I staple it. So you want to take your staple gun and just staple it a few times. Once you get it stapled, you're just going to tie a knot in it at the end. Alright, so tie your knot, and then once you do all of your buttons, it should look something like this. Now you just have to fold your edges, and remember I said cut the edges, cut the slits. That's very important to get that look. So you're going to pull your material as tight as you can, and then it should form that look, and then just staple it down. You're going to do the full board this way until you're done, and then it should look something like this. Then you'll just cut the extra material off. Here's what it looks like once the material is cut off, and this is the front of the board. Now I'm just going to add my hinge. I'm actually going to add one more hinge to it, but this one worked just well, just fine. And now it's time to add the glass, if you wanted to add glass to it. So you'll need your mirror glue, of course, and then this little tool I use to spread it evenly. And then, of course, apply your mirror. And I just added something heavy on top, and the little clips I use to keep it in place, I bought those from Dollar Tree. And then now I needed 2 pieces of glass to cover mine, so I'm just going to hide the meeting of those 2 pieces with this extra piece that I had left over. And then, of course, I'm going to add the Dollar Tree candle holder. And then to top it off, I'm going to add one of the buttons that I had left over. And I just use E6000 glue to add that button. This is what it looks like once it's done. And now, because my name is Chymarie and I add bling to everything that I create, that's just me. So I just got that from Hobby Lobby. You can get it from Hobby Lobby or Michael. And then once you add it to glass, it actually has a very good adhesive to the back of it. So you don't even have to use glue when you're putting it on the glass, when you're putting it straight on the glass. Now you'll see me adding glue to this part because it's not directly on the glass. I'm going to use E6000 and the glue gun. that is it. That is the end of the project. It took a couple days for me to complete it, but I absolutely love how it turned out. I'm gonna store it at the end, at the edge of my bed. Use it for storing because it is very roomy in the inside. I'm gonna store things in it, and maybe use it for when I'm getting dressed, putting my shoes on. And it just gives a nice look to the room. Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.